Hi everyone, this is Donnie Lowy from CloseThatExplosion.com. Hope you're doing well today. Today I'd like to share with you a strategy, and that is to make money with wholesale private label clothing. How do you make money with wholesale private label clothing? Well, before we answer that, first we have to discuss what is private label clothing. So private label clothing is basically, it starts out as generic clothing, and then you put your own label on that clothing. And of course it's a label that you own, right? Not someone else's label. You can't do that. So let's say you buy generic dresses, right? You get dresses imported from China. Maybe you found them through Alibaba, and there's no label on it, or it's just a generic label, nice dresses. Now, let's say you have your own label, and your label is going to be called New York Fashion Dresses. And you own that label, nobody else owns it. So you put that label, you put it on the dress. And now to really, to maximize the potential of the business, let's say you found a unique dress through Alibaba, and not a dress that's found everywhere else. So now you have a private label dress, right? It's your label, it's a private label. What's the advantage of doing that? Is because this way, you're going to be able to start building brand recognition for your private label, and if people like the clothing that you're selling, then they're going to associate your private label, your brand, with being a fashionable label, and then people are going to look for more clothing by your label and more accessories by your label. The really big brand names that you're familiar with, at some point they started out from scratch, right? So it started out, often it's just a single designer with an idea. She went ahead, had a design, she put her name on the design, right, on the clothing. She started selling that clothing to boutiques, to department stores. Then she gained a reputation for making great fashionable and stylish clothing, shoes, handbags, and accessories, and now she has a billion-dollar business. So that's really what you want, what your goal is, right? You want to start out by selling wholesale clothing with a private label. Remember, the advantage is you're going to be able to buy that clothing at a much lower wholesale price than if you were to buy brand name clothing. And the challenge is going to be, of course, that you're going to have to establish your label now. You're going to have to try to market that label and to influence people to take a chance and buy your clothing. So how do you do that? First of all, you present people with a really fashionable garment. You want to show people a really stylish design. Let's say you're selling private label dresses. So, either get the dress designed for you or find a factory in China, or a factory, it could be in the United States, wherever, but a factory that is making really stylish dresses, that they have unique dresses that have not been mass produced and sold all over the place, and then have them put your label on the dresses, and now start taking those dresses to boutiques, to buyers of department stores. Try to sell them on your website, try to sell them on eBay, and you start marketing from there. Maybe create a fashion show where people could come look at the dresses, and if your label takes off, you could do really well, because now there's going to be a very big demand for that brand, for that label, which you own yourself. Alright, hope you enjoyed this video. My website is CloseThatExplosion.com. Thank you so much and have a great day. The next time you are in New York, please come visit my warehouse. Thank you.